What you want?
Hey guys, this is NitroBex. I got a first look for you today at the e-cig 0SX. This is a 18650 mod. It is a C-frame. It's a single button operation. It's 7 to 50 watts and it'll go down to 0.2 ohms. It has an 18 amp limit, so please do make sure you have like a 20 amp battery at least if you're planning on using all the features this can offer. Let's go down to the desk and take a look at it. Now, the box that it comes in, beautiful little display box, pretty simple, straightforward, magnetic door, so we're going to flip that open. First thing you're greeted with is the user manual. The user manual, is extremely simple. It's a single piece of paper, front and back. We'll go over the operating features on this. One important thing to remember is the next piece of gear I'm going to bring out of here. This is not a charger cable. This is a data cable. This mod is powered by the SX300, which is user upgradable. If they need to patch the firmware, you're able to download it and you can update your mod without having to go out and buy a new one. In here, there is a little blue screwdriver for your collection. This is a flathead one, and we'll get into why there's a screwdriver with a mod. But here's the mod itself. Now, it's going to have a plastic body. Depending on which color you ordered, you'll have a design of some sort in it. It has a metal frame that goes all the way out around the outside. That's why these are referred to as C-frame mods, is there's a C-shaped frame around it. On the top, you do have a 510. It has a screw adjustable post and it sets flush. On the bottom, you have a brass battery port with a copper contact. Okay, let me see if I can change my lighting so that there's not as much glare. Alright, so there we go. So that's what it looks like. Now when we flip it around here, you have a single button for operating it. It has a very positive but soft feel to it. You have the operating screen, which won't come on right now because there's no battery in it. And you have the data port. Now, I do like on this that even though they're using the 0 logo, they do have the SX above it, so you know that this is a different mod. To get this mod working, you start by unscrewing the battery door. Okay, so that's a screw plate. Now the copper contact in the center is threaded, so you can screw it up and down in order to not have battery rattle, which we will deal with in just a moment. I'm going to grab an MXJO battery, and the positive side goes in. You screw on the battery door. As you've seen, I've been able to do this with just my fingers. So getting to it on this one is not too hard. Now, if those threads start to get gunky, it'll probably be a little difficult to do by hand. So definitely make sure you keep the threads clean. Now we've got all the way in, but we want to take the battery rattle out. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver and I'm going to tighten down on the copper till it makes contact with the battery. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to put a whole lot of tension on that battery and dent it, but you do want a good firm connection. 5 clicks turns it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get a welcome screen. It'll say SX300 and then screen will go blank. If we press it again, you're going to see the operating screen on it. I'm sorry about the sun down here in Georgia. I've cut out as much ambient light as I can, but it's still putting a pretty devilish glare on the screen. On the screen, you have 50 watts, or whatever you have it set to. You have a visual indicator of the battery. You have what voltage it's planning to fire it at. Beside that, in a small font, below that you have the resistance of your atomizer. And below the visual representation of the battery, you have the current battery voltage. Now, to get into the menu system, you click 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you will see 50 watts. The first thing it sets you into is your wattage selecting. Now, this is a gravity sensing mod, so to turn it down, you tilt it one way. To turn it up, you tilt it the other way. So as you can see, those numbers are scrolling down, and it will ramp up and go faster. To turn it up, you simply tilt it the other direction and it will ramp up and go faster. It does not round robin. Okay, so we're back at 50. To cycle through the menus, you press the fire button. So the next menu will be exit. If we tilt for exit, it simply takes us back to our operating screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after exit, if you press the fire button again, it says system. Now if we select system, it says bye-bye and turns off the mod. To turn it back on, simply 5 clicks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says welcome SX300. And we're back to where we can just operate. Now if you want to lock it to throw it in your pocket, that's 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. You get a lock symbol. To unlock it is 3 clicks again. 1, 2, 3. And we're back into operating mode. Okay, let's go up here and we'll talk about atomizers. Alright, so there is the Zero C-frame SX. I'm going to put a Skyborg 0.4 on this. This mod will handle down to about 0.2. I have been running a 0.2 on it, full open at 50 watts. I get about 4 hours of battery life off of a single cell. That's not bad. This one, just for the next thing I want to show you, is a little higher ohm build. So this is still at 50 watts. Now, if you put your mod on and it does not make connection, which mine's not right now, it's showing 0. You take a screwdriver, I'm going to use a big one rather than the little one, and adjust the pin. Now the nice thing is once you have the pin set, you don't have to worry about that again. It'll make good solid connection. Vapor production and power regulation off of this are actually fairly accurate. It's been a very enjoyable vape. The form factor on this is awesome. The button is soft yet has a very positive feel to it when you're pressing it. It's easy to be operated either right-handed or left-handed. It lends itself a little more towards finger firing, so firing with your index finger, than firing with your thumb, like this. However, this is still very comfortable. It seems to fit better when you have the curve in towards your hand. So, thumb fire. Build quality on this does not seem cheap at all. This is a very heavy, very solid feeling mod. I would easily put it on par with the build quality out of Provaria, build quality out of the SX Mini. This is a very heavy, very solid mod. Now, it doesn't have some of the features that the SX Mini M Class does, but if you're looking for a simple, single button, small compact mod, to put this in perspective for you, a lot of you are used to me carrying a B series box, which looks like this. The Zero is much smaller. The Zero is smaller than a G series box. It's a very tight, compact form factor that'll deliver 50 watts. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you again soon.